Yo, sorry for being late. Today is Plexi's birthday, so she's off, and I am useless as fuck. Yeah, today. All right. Let me make it very clear what the schedule is going to be like. I got a few pings, especially from the newer people that just joined up, and then obviously some of the newer people that are the newer people that just joined up, and then obviously some of the older people that just basically came back. I think I had an epiphany on my last workout over the weekend, but here's what I want to do. We only got right now. What day is it today out there in America? It's March 17. It's Tuesday morning for us right here in Korea. I want you guys all off of this call by the end of the month. I think you guys want to be off of this call by the end of the month too. So let's go ahead and actually make it happen, right? Um, the most direct way to go out there and get interviews right now is actually booking them on LinkedIn. So what I'm going to go ahead and do for the family to prove that I am a team player is I'm actually just going to be sourcing out the roles with you guys. So traditionally speaking, here's what we kind of do is we um we go through a bunch of this stuff and then like we got to go ahead and make the natural assumption you guys are going to take action. Chances are when you guys get off this call, let's be honest here. Are any of you guys applying after you guys get off of this call?
Not tonight.
That's a fair answer. Okay. I got some nods, but I also had some people that I didn't get a nod. Okay, so CJ, okay, 100%. So like, here's what I just want to go ahead and do is if you guys think it'll work, let's just go out there and just hit like, let's just do an apply-a-thon. Like, usually what ends up happening is like, it's like therapy, right? When things start getting good, it is like, oh, time's up. My next patient's out in the hallway. But same time next week, like if to just go out there and kind of prove to y'all and the market, to kind of just prove to y'all and the market, ba, 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 ba. Let's just go out there and keep on applying. Like you guys have the whole freaking team over here. I'm here. If anything, I'm just gonna go out there and just order some food to come through. I mean, it's snowing right now. No, it's not as romantic as the Korean dramas make it look like. It's actually freezing. Uh, but I can go out there and basically like I sourced up some of the roles. Give me a second here. I sourced up already some of the roles. Like Sean got interviews. Like a lot of people actually got interviews through the Airtable. I know for a fact when I am looking at these positions, I know like not a lot of people are hitting them. And the best roles, honestly, are like this was posted 4 hours ago, right? This was posted 5 hours ago. Like, there's no reason for us right now. This was posted 2 hours ago from Udemy. So there's no reason, like, for any of you not to be able to just start converting interviews right now, tonight, in real time. Um, yeah, since we're already all here, let's just go out there and get it. Like, you know, but that's only if you guys like basically like Monday is for applying. And honestly, I think like you guys should be applying every single day, but I know a lot of people are not. And the people that are not applying, they're not getting the results. So I'm just gonna take two things from like a product management perspective. Either one, you're not applying because you don't want to, or one, you're not applying because like you can't mentally bring yourself to go out there and do it. That's the second thing. Or like, you're not shooting out better messages, right? Whatever it is, like, I'm here for you guys for the next hour. We can keep the Zoom going for as long as you guys like. But I think right now is honestly with the roles that I've been sourcing out, like this was posted up 2 hours ago. It's probably the best way to go out there and hit it. Uh, Secondly, Wednesdays are actually for like mock interviews. So Wednesdays are like mock interviews, right? So if you guys have like, this is actually where I have to like balance it out. If you guys have interview questions, I'm happy to go out there and give you guys the feedback. But like honestly, the better thing to do is I already know the interview process because I used to host them. So Wednesdays from now on, I we could do one of two things. Either you guys can bring in the interview questions, or we can go out there and actually introduce like types of interview questions, like behavioral questions, product strategy questions, product metric questions. But I'm gonna put up some categories. You guys tell me what you guys want to cover. Like, what are the types of interview questions that there's only a few: product strategy, product sense, product marketing, technical product management questions, product design questions, and then product metric questions. Like you guys, of the six, you guys already know what the categories are right now. If you guys don't, you guys can easily chat GPT, DeepSeek it. What are the categories? You guys let me know. I'll bring in the questions basically beforehand. I made a whole deck on it, top 37 questions that you need to know for the product management interview. But what I want to do starting on Wednesdays for the group interview sections is basically like I want you guys to I told Sean and Lawrence basically like they executed the playbook flawlessly from the beginning of the year, and they like everybody here that actually we're like day 70 right now. Everybody that followed the game plan and like, okay, Ed followed the game plan, Shivani followed the game plan, Sandy followed the game plan, Pritwish followed the game plan, Sean followed the game plan, Lawrence followed the game plan, Sandy followed the game plan. That's just off the top of my head, and I just literally just woke up, so bear with me. Everybody that followed the game plan straight up, I was looking at the YouTube, they crushed it. Dennis freaking he followed the game plan. Um, you know, like they actually went out there and they got jobs. So like, the people that are being the most consistent with it, um, I want to change these sessions into like less motivation sessions and in more action sessions. So like, starting Wednesdays, we'll just basically have like breakout rooms. Um, I just did the call with Ed Kim, his testimonial right now before I hopped over here. And he was like, yo, this really helped me out in terms of like the sound negotiation. And ultimately, like the real value of the program is actually the community. I've been actually telling people to like reach out to other people, and if people have been reaching out to people, but for whatever reason, like they haven't felt like people reach back, they can always let me know because I think generally speaking, we have a very friendly vibe. So like this is a great time for you guys to also go out there and meet friends. Thursdays from now on, like if there are resume reviews, I'll largely do them, but I think everybody had their resume. Like we spent 1 3 hour session going through everybody. Thursdays from now on, let's just go out there and do case studies. So like Monday is Monday's applications, Wednesday's interviewing, and then Thursdays are case studies. Now, there is some people that ask me, like, what is there a Tuesday night session? The Tuesday night session is the session that we do to sell people to come into this call. Mr. Kell has recently experienced that. And people are like, you're gonna say, yes, this is a business. I pay rent every 30 days. We're gonna keep hauling people in here. 100%. 100% we will not stop on that. So like yeah, man, I wish I didn't have to, but then considering I'm paying a third of what I used to pay in New York, considering like a third of what it is that I used to pay in New York, like I gotta be extremely grateful for that. So to kind of total it up, Monday is basically Monday apps, any questions related to apps, but I want you guys to kind of like, here's basically the breaking point apps. Most people don't want to do it, but like if you guys can just get through that initial friction point where you guys can get into a groove, then the apps just flow out and then the interviews start piping back in. And it's just a very natural thing. I'm trying to get you guys to just break that initial friction part. Mock interviewing, you guys should be interviewing with like as many different people as possible. And I think one of the best ways that I've seen to do it that people can be a little bit more accountable is doing breakout room sessions and doing breakout room sessions right now. And because sometimes people they'll do a mock interview. It's like, oh yeah, that person wasn't expressive. Like you're going to be interviewing with a lot of directors of product too that are assholes, like it's not like you walk in there's like, hi Kel, my name is Janice, thank you so much for applying with us, like please have a seat. Like, nah, dude, you're gonna be talking to a lot of people that's gonna be like, so why do you want to work here? like I was a recruiter before. I used to talk to these people like, can we make it seem like less of a gang initiation and like you you're practically telling somebody to not get a job here, like he's like, I was being the truth. Rich, I don't even want to work here, dude. If I had a choice, I wouldn't work here. I was like, can we not advertise that at least? But that is also very, very, very real. Yeah, so 100% doing the mock interviews because that was pivotal in um I posted up this screenshot where like from Ed, and that was like the testimony from his like text. They said like that number was best and final, and then he got an extra $25,000 talking to the CEO. And he did attribute that like one of the main reasons why he was able to make that happen was like I had just had so many reps. Persuasion is a huge skill for product managers, especially right now. Whether you're talking about getting a difficult engineer to roll like that does not want to do something that you want them to do. Um, or like you're negotiating for a raise, whether you're like trying to convert that interview, like interviewing is like persuasion is a skill. I'm gonna like help you guys craft up some of these messages. And then like overall like Thursdays is case studies. Now, in terms of case studies, people have been asking me to do case studies, and I've been getting complaints on like both sides. Like I'll do the case studies, but here's the overall like vibe. Like I could either bring in those case studies, and then sometimes I get people saying like, "Oh, but that's not relevant to like my job situation right now." And then like I could do your case studies, but at the same time, like I'm not human chat GPT. You guys got to give me at least like, 72, 96 hours. If you guys freaking hijacked a product manager from Google right now and say, "Hey, I just got a product manager case study from Spotify," they'll just say like, "What do you want me to do with this shit?" Like case studies take time, especially if you want it to look good because you will present it and they will be asking you questions on it. So, your resume, LinkedIn, and cover letter is going to get you the interviews. Your interviews pitch is going to convert you the offers. But I will tell you this right now, straight up. This was true 8 years ago, and it's true now. The quality of your case study is going to determine your offer number because how confident they are in your ability to solve their problem. Largely, they're hedging a bet. They don't know if you're going to deliver. And you're interviewing in a market right now where people are very hostile against product managers strictly because there has been so many people that have lied about that have lied about their ability to go out there and deliver for them. So they're hedging a bet, you know. And there's a lot of shitty product managers out there. It's unfortunate, but this industry attracts a lot of crap talent. So also being confident, like that case study is a mini trailer to whether or not you can solve their problem in the next 90 days. And if you can solve their problem in the next 90 days, they're more than happy to go out there and write you. This is actually the key negotiate because ultimately you guys want to get the best job with the best company at the highest rate, right? Like this was the key negotiating strategy that we go into every single time. Like Ed was like, and that's why like Abel asked me about like more of the classes and stuff, and I'm like, the best way to learn product management skills during the case studies is because like when we came down to the sound negotiations, like okay, the case study was based upon customer onboarding time. So I'm assuming that's the biggest problem you want me to solve right now. Okay, like it wasn't so much like, well, I don't like this number. Can you give me a better? You don't like that number. I didn't want to give you that. But if you're actually talking like, okay, so what's the problem that we're trying to solve in the next 90 to 120 days? What have we tried to do to solve that problem? Right? And like that's your best way to highlight your skills because what they really care about, what's keeping them up at night what's hurting them when they're going to the restroom. Because if that problem isn't solved in the next 90 days, they're going to be on this call with you guys. And the last thing they want to do is to be on a call like this with you guys. I think that's what people also need to recognize is like whether you're drafting the LinkedIn message, which we're going to be doing in a hot second, whether we're interviewing, whether we're negotiating for salary is nobody that's working in the market right now truly believes they're going to have a job at the end of the month. Nobody that's in a position of hiring thinks they're bulletproof. Nobody. If you guys want to talk about war rooms, I show you guys every single week, right? This company's doing war rooms, war rooms, war rooms, war rooms. Everybody's thinking to themselves, like, should we spend this money to hire somebody? And of course, if you can solve our problem, they're more than happy to go out there and push that budget out. Or should we just give ourselves a little bit more of a bonus and just do this shit ourselves? That's the main thing. When they're looking at your resume, that's what they're thinking. Is this person actually going to be able to help me out? Or do they just need a job? When they're like interviewing you, is like, is this person going to help us out as a team? Because we only have so many Campbells to go around the freaking corner here. So if we give you one can, we're hedging a bet. We're all going to be able to eat more together, bringing you on the team. That's the kind of like, I think the kind of survival mindset you guys need to have. Yeah, like Cal follows me on IG, right? Like I'm only 8 blocks away from the Samsung office, and like for the CEO and the grandson of the founder, it's Game of Thrones time right now. I got a few buddies working there. He's like, Samsung right now is in a do or die situation. This is wartime, people. If you guys don't think if you guys don't think we are in wartime right now, you need to get the hell out of here. They're not playing around right now. They're 100% not playing around. There's like, that was the post. Samsung share urges do or die mentality amid challenges. This is real. They're like, this guy's like, yo, we don't figure this shit out. Like, we don't figure this shit out. Like, we're done. They're like, oh man, we're not done. I mean, Samsung is the Korean economy. I don't know if you guys seen what's going on with the Korean economy right now. It's not good. We're getting slaughtered out here. Okay. So, 100% know that you guys like, so bring in those roles, actually come in here, right? So the more case studies that you guys are doing, don't try to get into the point where it's like you're trying to learn, study everything. Like just have a like really genuine, like honestly speaking, the LinkedIn messages is like they're heartfelt messages like, yo, I get it. You know, some of these people they just posted up like my other assistants helping me source for the roles right now. They're posting that shit up right now like 15 minutes ago. What time is it right now in New York? They're like, there's people working right now that's just like, yo, I need a better product manager, but the people I've been interviewing is hot shit in not a good way, right? Like, are there there's this guy named Carl, the PM. He loves making these like product management memes. I'd make more of them if I had time. But like, you guys ever watch that one movie where a guy's on top of the train? He's like, is anybody out there? It's like, yeah, like product managers working late at night. That's exactly the vibe right now. So if you guys are confident in your skills, but you guys come at a degree where you actually want to go out there and help people, you guys should have no freaking problem. I don't have a problem, right? Like I told Sean this when I talked to him. I don't have a problem live streaming all of my coaching calls. I'm not afraid of my competition. I'm not afraid of my competition. I know that I was like, you guys can freaking watch this shit like OnlyFans. Like my competition is watching me right now. Every founder of every like product school, they're watching me right now. They can't replicate what we do because it's just like we deliver. So you guys should honestly have that mindset too, is like you guys can deliver. The last thing is this. If you guys have questions for me, it would really go out there and help me out if you guys can just send me the question that you guys actually have. I don't have the bandwidth anymore to do all these like one-on-one like calls. I don't mean to be mean, but like this is not unlimited therapy. You know, you guys have a problem, bring it to the group. Um, I honestly like I had to I freaking claw for these. Like you know, there's only 2 weeks left. I want you guys to understand. I like actually really pushed Dennis to put this thing out there. Like he landed a $300,000 job. And after that went down, like he told me like his freaking LinkedIn blew up. But I wanted you guys to see it. I'm not looking for a freaking job out there. I mean, what are you talking about? I already left America, dude. I'm prepared for the recession, yo. I, I have enough Korean instant noodles and soju to withstand the next 4 years, all right? And I've done it before. I can do it again. Like I'm ready. Like, like I wanted you guys to see that like 25 interviews a week was real. I wanted you guys to see like 300K was real. Shirvani, like when she got her Amazon offer, where's my number one product manager from New York, Ashmead. I wanted you guys to see H1Bs can grab big tech product manager jobs, you know? Um, that's like because when the first guy cracked the paradigm of like you could run a mile in less than 4 minutes, that's when everybody started running a mile in less than 4 minutes. I wanted you guys to see what was possible because like right now it's very easy with the weather being cold as shit to just be negative AF. So I wanted you guys to see that. So when you guys were like, oh no, 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 but like I was like, no, all the resources that you guys enjoy, that Airtable was not a product gym invention. That Airtable was somebody that took, they decided this is how they were going to approach a job. Reaching out to like all these hiring managers like this was not, this was like, all right, like somebody figured out everybody has these little hacks that they don't want to share, and I got to investigate it. No, dude, it's like we're all benefiting from this. We didn't get our first Fang hire until 2019, and we were been around for 2017. So I was like, you guys, especially that time in New York, I was like, you guys owe those homies like a drink because we had like 40, 50 casualties that approached the castle gates before you guys had a freaking playbook to fully go inside. We had a stack of those resources, right? So the value that you're getting here is like, I would love to say, like, oh, you paid, 7 G's to go out there and get this program because I used to be a tech recruiter and I'm like a freaking genius. It's actually not true. It's like everybody here is benefiting from it, right? So like when somebody's using something like massive AI to go out there and apply, and they're like, yo, Rich, this works. I was like, tell it to the group. And they're like, secretly, I know they're kind of thinking like, do I need more competition? But like, I was like, if you guys actually are confident in your skills, you guys shouldn't be afraid. I'm putting myself out there. And honestly speaking, you guys should like treat this thing as a sport. That's why I call this thing Product Gym from the first day, you know? So I want you guys to go out there and do this with the following time. If you guys have questions, because like, I want to go out there and I want all of you guys off of this call by the end of the month. Some of you guys are using us for the second or third time. I'm not getting any more money from you guys. I still want you guys off of this call by the end of the month, right? And you know how many pings I get a day for resume reviews? About 100 and on average before lunchtime is like over 131. Wouldn't you guys much rather be printing cash, helping me coach these people? The career coaching industry has blown up. Everybody's looking for a job. Ain't nobody can mentally do it on their own. So like, yeah, if they can't afford the $7,000 price tag, I mean, you guys are more than happy. You guys are more than welcome to go out there and dip into that. We are making an active stride into cybersecurity where I just have less entitled bullshit. And yeah, somebody also asked me that too. They're like, Rich, like, like, yes, we sell other programs. I'm not being unfaithful to product management. I love money. I'm 100% pure-blooded Chinese. We worship that thing. All right. There's money to be made there, but like product management's not over. Product management, only less than, I would say 15% of the product management market can actually deliver real results. The other 85% of it has not really delivered results at all. If you can deliver results, which you're going to have to keep your job anyways, you shouldn't be afraid that you don't have a job. That's just the truth. And your competition is just not that strong. So, I want everybody to hit these LinkedIn messages tonight. I'm gonna go out there and be here for y'all. 100%. And like all the people that you guys are take a few minutes to go out there and do this. I hosted that call like a few, gosh, like right before Valentine's Day. And I said, like, how to go out there and actually find the contact information of the hiring managers. I was like, bring those roles in. I'm more than happy to go out there and help you out. 100%. Like, they brought him in. All the people that brought him in, we connect, like, they messaged them, like, take a few minutes right now, tell me which roles, if they're not on there. You guys honestly should be hitting those roles first. Like, the standard operating procedure should be to take a look at who's posting up right now, like who's just posted up like 4 hours ago, 1 hour ago, and all that kind of shit, and like getting your messages ready. Like, you guys should be checking the Airtable board every single morning when you guys wake up, because we're adding numbers to that in Asia, and I could tell you right now, most of these roles are being posted up 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning. These product managers are working. So you guys should be checking that Airtable board early and often. That's number one thing. Okay, that's standard operating procedure number one. Standard operating procedure number two, you guys should be checking all the staffing agency boards, which we have on the Airtable. And I know a lot of people didn't even go through that Airtable, but Arnold, I saw, it's freaking hilarious. Somebody posted up like this thing called like the people that got laid off on Robert Half. Somebody sent me that spreadsheet, your name, I guess because like it's your name was like at the very top of that list. I actually recognize some of the names on there. But like Robert Half is not the only staffing agency, right? Motion is actually where I came out of. If you guys take a look at this, this is the recruiting agency that I came out of. Recruiting agencies are actually the best places because like if a company is willing to spend money to hire a recruiting agency to fill the role, that is actually the best place for you to actually next best place for you to go out there and start, because most of the time when you see the role being posted on a standard LinkedIn job board, it's like posted up for 38 minutes and you have like already 100 applicants, right? You guys want to actually build up. This was actually a big part of when Ed Kim, his testimonial is going to come out after he clears background check. So I can't post it up yet, but like I told them like maintain like a networking relationship. This is the second time Ed's done it with us. So maintain like a relationship with recruiters. That's exactly what he did. He kept on checking in. And like these staffing agencies, these are the Ari Golds for any of you that are old enough to remember the legendary show Entourage. These are the Ari Golds because when you type in like product manager right here, at the very bottom, they'll have like a Renee Sadlier, right? That's the recruiter that is actually handling it. So if I took a look up at LA, New York, New York, no, nobody that I know still works there anymore, right? But like if you take a look at like all these different roles, they always have at the very bottom who the person is actually hiring for. That person is a specialized recruiter only for product managers. They have a dedicated team per city. You guys should like actually make it. Is this the dude? Okay, that's not the dude. Okay. For LA, I know the LA one because I came out of the LA office. Paul Kim. No joke. So it says like product specialized recruiter, right? So you guys should always be networking like is there roles because they're literally sitting on top of 50, 60 roles that they haven't even posted yet because it is not fun posting up for jobs. No joke, Sean. Every guy they had running the product management recruiting team in LA after I left was either a Chinese or Korean guy. I think it's like six. My boss did tell me we need to get like more your people on the team, man. You're crushing it. But yeah, like he handles pretty much like I think all the product management. Like for that office, he handles like pretty much all the product management um openings in LA. He knows like all the VPs, director, heads of product. He's actually being paid to go out there and network with them. I actually said this in numerous of my videos. But you guys should always know like your local recruiters, who's handling because they're sitting on stacks of roles that they haven't even gotten around to posting yet. And it's also like developing like that relationship. The third thing that you guys want to go ahead and focus on is, obviously I told you guys about this little spreadsheet right here, but we're updating this right now. Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. Don't just hit them one time. Did you guys all see that one post from Pritwish where okay, yeah, he followed up with every single rejection, and it actually said on the screenshot. Um, I love those. I love it when people send me the screenshots because we just use that shit to sell. Like the reality is like you have to follow up, but follow up is one of the most lacking skills. Salespeople hate doing follow up, but follow up, follow up, follow up. I always troll Michael Estoy because his message was July 2023. Guy didn't enroll until January 2025. You know, didn't enroll until January 2025. You know, and the hilarious thing was this: I had a team member. He scheduled a call Friday night, and they're just like, "Ah, he's not gonna show up. It's Friday night, dude." So I woke up hungover AF in Hong Kong. I took the call. And they're like, see, this is like how like one of my best friends, he's like a top seller for like cars. He does car sales. And he's like, you know, so many times you see somebody walking into the car lot and they're like, they're not going to buy, and they end up leaving with something, right? So like 100%. So you guys should be checking that. And I think the third thing here is also if you guys are talking about I need a job ASAP Rocky, you guys should need to be on Y Combinator. Because anybody that's able to get funding, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, there is no work-life balance here. It is pure toxic work environment. Like about like 70% is going to be a toxic work. If you're talking about like, yo, Rich, I need cash coming in right now. Y Combinator right now. Why? Because if you're getting funding in this market, if you're getting funding and investors in this market, you have a proven business plan. They think you're going to print cash under the current administration. Okay. Tech flows under like admin stuff, under who's the presidential admin. I'll tell you guys right now, like, this is very real. I want you guys all off of this call, and I want you guys to go out there and build up a personal brand, which it's on the Tuesdays. And then the Tuesdays, we just have like I just bring in alumni to go out there and actually chat. If you guys like, Sean's a part of that call. I think tomorrow the one that we're gonna do is like what a day in the life is. I have 5, 6 p.m.s talking about what's a day in the life. If you guys want to join in, you guys can go out there and join in on that. But expect there to be more layoffs. Okay. Next round, it's not like anybody's gonna check anyways, but today's March 18th. See what happens on the market May 23rd. This is why I want you guys to get off of this call as soon as possible. I'm like, I don't know if you guys checked my latest YouTube video, which I don't think you guys did, but I basically made a screenshot for the last 8 years in tech. Every time they need cash, they just do layoffs. And I just made like 100 screenshots of like layoffs. 45 days later, share price goes up. Layoffs, share price goes up. That's the playbook. Have you guys really seen real innovation come out of America in the last 10 years? No. Product management is not about innovation anymore. And I'll tell you exactly why that freaking is. Because most American tech companies, they spend the majority of their time and their money fighting regulation. And that leaves them very little time to go out there and innovate. So that's the game we're playing in tech. Under the current administration, you guys will actually see more innovation than ever, love them or hate them. So I've given you guys just three I was gonna come out with this whole thing where it's just like do this, do this, do this. But honestly, if you guys just spent you guys cannot tell me that you guys are messaging 50 hiring managers on LinkedIn every single day and not getting a job. I have too much proof of concept on the freaking offers channel. If you guys can't bring yourself to do it, then let's go ahead and figure it out. So in the time remaining, I'll go out there and answer some questions, but I want everybody to get on the Airtable and start scraping up that list. If you guys have not gotten your resume review yet, then you guys should just go ahead and actually watch. But the other thing here is, this is the last thing that I'm actually going to say is when I share, you guys are seeing like I share the jobs like a lot. When I share the jobs, like I always get more impressions for like a TikTok or a big tech company. And when it's like a shittier, like when it's like a company that nobody's ever heard of, Like they'll see something like, okay, that's Tesla. That's not a good example, right? But when they see like a 923, I get like I on average when I post up like a Walmart does well. So it's like because people know Walmart's gonna print cash. So Kel, good job for you. Kel's got an interview over there at Walmart. Or like Amazon or like JP Morgan or like TikTok. Um, I see like a lot of people like they'll comment, they'll post, and they'll be like, "Oh, can I get a referral?" And then when I post up like 923, if you guys really need a job right now because you guys don't have a job, these are the best places for you to actually go out there and hit. This thing's posted up 2 hours ago. It's a company I've never heard of before. But take a look at like how many people like take a look at how many people actually commented. I actually wouldn't have even known this unless somebody told me there's a new regulation there's a new role on LinkedIn where you can only message, I think, a set number of people. So I know people aren't sending out the messages. They can only message like a set number of people. So I take a look at these job boards every single day and I'm like, you guys need to send the comment right here. And you guys need to follow up and follow up and follow up like what Wish did. So I think it's simple. If you want to get a job in the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna go out there and prove this shit out. Number one, number one, check. I was gonna make a whole checklist, and then I just thought to myself, I'm just gonna go to a cute coffee shop out here because I do it, and you guys don't do it anyways, right? Check the freaking Airtable, see who's looking for a job on LinkedIn. Number two, go to freaking Y Combinator. Number three, follow up, follow up, follow up. And number four, don't judge a company by its cover. You guys want to be manifesting that you guys are working for a great manager, not a brand name. Because I've also had a lot of people that went to like a Google and Meta and Amazon, and they're just like, people are like, oh, why did that person? Because they had a shitty manager. 90% of the managers around the world are shitty. It doesn't mean that's a higher quality human being when they're on just because they have a bigger brand name, right? So like you guys should be manifesting like I have a manager that believes in me. I have a manager that like actually supports me. I have a manager that like is giving me opportunities to grow. That's where you want because you have a good manager, making money in this business is easy, you know. Let's get off of this call, people. So, what questions do you guys basically have? I'm gonna take a look at the questions right now. Um, Let me see here. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Da 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 da. Okay, it's called being live stream. Yeah, glad you're still here, Sean. I need to crank up my mock interview reps over now. Okay, Sean's been freaking awesome. Okay, Sean really has. Sean really has. Okay, let me see here. So given my current situation, should I include my is Sean still at it? You still gunning for jobs?
Yeah, nonstop. I'm I'm continuing to go down the list on the Airtable and messaging people on LinkedIn.
Coupang and Soul is hiring, man. I mean, they're only paying, 80,000 US, but who needs money if you can hang out with me? Coupang. Oh man. Let me see here. Okay, so for those of you that don't know Coupang, it's the Korean version of Amazon. No joke. I ordered this tripod at like 8 p.m. They delivered to me at like 2:30 a.m. That guy looked like he was about to murder me. I was like, there's no human rights out here. He's like, here's your tripod, asshole influencer. It was snowing out there too. Okay, so do you ignore including the skills on the Workday application? No, you want to add all those skills in the Workday application, but like the companies that actually have like more stuff for you to fill out, save it to the very end. But like the what I've known traditionally is like the people that have landed jobs have had like Arnold the companies that have like an easier the companies that have like an easier application process. The companies that have like you got to fill out like 2, 3 pages of workday, they've almost seldom worked out because like when I was a recruiter, I would tell people like the best people are not going to put up with this bullshit. And then I would also tell them like, in the span of just 2 weeks after you've talked to like 5 product managers, the the criteria and like what you're looking for is going to change so much that like I'm not going to update this shit every single time. So the more difficult they make it to apply, that already implies a very difficult team to go ahead and actually work with. So like if you really want to get after it, like I would say save it to the very end, but it kills friction. And like the companies, I'll tell you guys this right now, the companies that issue out a case study before you even talk to a recruiter, they're not good companies to work for because I've seen very few placements go down in those types of places because the best people never do it. Like I always tell the hiring team like, would you do a case study before you interviewed with the recruiter? It's like hell no. Then why do you think they would do it? This was pre-chat GPT, right? And people wouldn't even do it now. Like I was like, why would you do it? So the more difficult they make that application process, the more difficult they make that application process, it's a huge red flag because that's a very difficult hiring team to satisfy. Question. Um, okay. So questions. When the application asks for salary requirements, yes, enter the lowest salary that you think is going to be required to push you through because we want like Ed was the perfect example. I think like they came back to him about 160. He ended up leaving with 195, right? They're always going to try to get you guys for the lowest number possible. It's just a fact. They're going to try to get you for the lowest company possible. So, um, if you guys really need a job, but you guys want to work at a toxic work environment, go work at Ed's company. It's called Evolus. He's leaving. He's like, I never lied to you guys. It'll be a job. It'll be a 200K job. But you'll be feeling like you're in a deep fryer at Chick-fil-A every single day. But they're hiring for an additional PM plus the homie's leaving. So if you guys are looking to start, if you guys are saying you guys want to start a job in 24 hours, that'd be where I'd start. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I told you about that company hire. I don't give a shit if they heard me say this. They're like, yeah, 150K. And they're like, and they have to come into the office. I was like, where you guys are based? And they're like, San Francisco. I was like, I'm not wasting my time on this shit. You guys let me know when you guys are serious. They're like, what, really? I was like, but so many people are unemployed. So many people, I was like, dude, at 150K in SF, and they got to go into the office, they're paying you to come to work, man. That's even right now, they're making no money taking that job. They're losing money. And you guys are looking for the first PM. That's just like 8 times more of the work, and everybody's already doing 5 times more of the work as it is. So you want to add another bill on top of that? Good luck. Call me in a month from now when you guys are done doing that shit yourself. So yeah, so push it through. Like whatever salary you think is not going to be a challenge for them, push that thing through because the faster you guys talk to the actual hiring managers, the actual people that you're going to work with, if they see real value, they will go ahead and actually get you what you guys want. This is why it's so important that you guys are coming in and like the best way for you guys to get good at case studies is just doing a lot of case studies and getting used to like it's not like and it is going to go out to like some people that are a little bit more analytical like the way you guys get good at case studies is by doing a lot of case studies a week and not necessarily finishing it. You guys just need to get like most people they look at case studies like I'm going to study everything about this case study. I'm going to go out there like no. See how long it takes you to go out there and crack that thing. If you guys can't crack it within 30 to 45 minutes, you move on to another one, another one, another one. These Thursday case study calls, because most case studies right now are done freaking live. They don't want you to go home, use ChatGPT and whip out a deck. They want it right there. So before, this is how I know how jaded the market is. Before people complain, oh, I got to spend 20 hours a week on this case study. Okay, now you don't have to spend 20 hours a week on a case study. Let's do the case study right now. Like, well, I don't have enough time to prepare. I need 20 hours to do this case. It's like, nah, man. Let's go out there and let's do it. This is why my competition is like, this is why we're crushing it and why you guys are constantly seeing new faces and new people join. I was like, because those mother lovers are like in a live setting like this is an Eminem class rap battle. I will scrap the floor with any Chloe She any day of the week, yo. Like, bring that shit. Let's find out who's a real product manager. You guys say I've never been a product. Well, get on that call, live that thing like it's OnlyFans. You won't do it because you can't. You did it. You won't. I will come at them so hard. Like that's the thing. If you have the real goods, you're not afraid, right? So like just understand you don't have that kind of time to just go out there and do case studies at like that level case studies anymore. Push that thing through as fast as you can because when they see real value, I posted up that screenshot. I can't find it right now. It's on Circle, but I'll post it up again after this. Ed talked to the CEO on Saturday and closed the guy, and the guy's like, all right, this guy's our guy. Like, you guys should feel that confident about your skills. And if you guys are not feeling that confident about your skills, fake it. Dude, you guys like, you guys like, here's the thing, right? You guys want to know how scary this shit would have been if I put you guys through all that bullshit and we didn't put up like 10, 20 offers on the offer channel? Think some people would fly to Korea to stab me, dude. Like freaking. Well, like that's like when you put it out there, now you gotta actually deliver it. Now people actually have to see real faces and real names and shit, right? Lawrence went all in. Austin, take advantage of Big Bro right there. He's in Virginia down the street. I know you guys met up. But like, yeah, like when you guys go all in like that, you guys like Sean and Lawrence, they recorded their mock interview call. They're putting it out there. When you're putting yourself out there, that's when you like, you know, uh everybody that landed jobs had their cameras open. Follow us from day one, all on YouTube. Because when you're putting it now you're committed. Now you got to go all in, dude. Uh, should we be paying for LinkedIn now to get unlimited messaging? That's up to you. I know right now budget's tight for people. If you guys can, you guys should do that. If you guys cannot, then don't do that. But you don't have to do that, right? We work around it. Comments, use the comment section, and people are like, but like, yeah, let people know. You guys should go into this freaking mentality. I'm the best product manager out there. They'll respect it. Too many of you right now are playing this like secret agent. Like, nah. You know? Uh let me see I'll post it on here. Well, they just posted up a job because I just shared it. You know? Um Yes, Austin. And I'll do a few examples right now. So, um, Pritt has been freaking on a warpath. I can't wait for you guys to see that guy's testimony. That guy has been, Pritt Wish is on a warpath. Sean's been on a warpath, right? Sandy, she crushed it. Um, yeah, Sandy right now is chilling in India. She's gonna be back in a minute, Yes, you can. Let's do it this Thursday, but like um we're at 5 minutes out. You guys want me to I answered all the questions. You guys want me to craft some messages for you? Like what do you guys want to do right now?
Oh,
Like
Rich,
Yes.
yeah,
yeah.
Rich,
Who's the question from? Oh,
yeah,
Sean.
it's me. Yeah, just wondering, what would you do in my shoes if I'm currently applying? Just going back to my question, um, would it be better to include Pfizer on my resume, although it's only been like a few weeks, versus do I deal with like a 6+ months job gap instead?
No. You should just hit it right now. Um It's actually very common for people to just like look at how many people took a job and they just left. So no reason why
So
you can't
so
be in that category.
oh, so include a Pfizer on my
Yeah,
resume
yeah,
when I'm applying,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Include it
okay,
on.
got it, got
Um,
it.
See what's happening out there, yo. You guys got to go all in, all in. It's actually a saying out here in the motherland, right? All in. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick little what other questions do I have? Okay, so Justin's already piped it in. Uh, so I am gonna need a following from, okay, Pratika and Abel. I sent over the enrollment agreements to you guys. If you guys can go out there and get that thing signed on the DocuSign really quick, pretty please with sugar on top. That would be great. In the next few minutes, if you guys want to just take a little bit of time to go out there, if there's any roles you guys want me to source out, or you guys see role, everybody right now should honestly, I don't think there's any reason for anybody to hold back on like LinkedIn right now is blowing up. Like like nobody's reaching out to this guy. Everybody's just liking it and reposting it, but LinkedIn has realized like, have you guys seen like LinkedIn videos and like LinkedIn stories? They're like, this is a proven business plan. They're like trying to make it seem and feel more like Instagram. Like everybody should be hitting LinkedIn right now. LinkedIn's about to be actually cool, you know? So everybody should hit LinkedIn. Uber right now, earner fraud, you
I
know?
have a question.
Uh,
Uh,
Type in the question, man.
uh,
Like I gotta process it. Ah, like, yo, Kel, dude, come on, man. You got to hit this job. You're in the Bay Area. You know, Chinese people love hiring Chinese people, man.
I
Like,
I actually had a buddy refer me to another role there.
yeah. Hit this one
Yeah.
too. Hit this one
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
I can already tell you this this comrade right there definitely is playing the Chinese card. Like if like um yeah, dude, let me see here. Udemy e-learning right now. I don't know if you guys noticed. Yeah, I told Sean. Remember when that Korean head of product was posting up for Tinder? Get on that thing,
Yep,
dude.
yep.
What are you waiting for? I need a guy at Tinder right now. Like, okay, I don't know if you guys have noticed, e-learning has been crushing it. So this was posted up 2 hours ago. E-learning right now. We're getting ready to do a lot of work with Udemy too, because everybody's taking courses right now. Everybody's taking courses right now. Is this just me or is Abel just scratching out like green lines here, like all over? Are you guys seeing this? Hey,
Yes.
what's going on? You're not a fan of Udemy? Okay. Damn, I really need. How do we erase all these green lines? Abel, can you erase these? Okay. Yeah. Nobody used the annotate feature, fam. Please. Okay. Packaging solutions. A lot of you are like disregarding a lot of these roles from like these unwell known companies. I'm telling you guys right now, like Mr. Kell here has got Walmart, right? These Midwest companies, they are so cash rich, it's insane. Stop going for those big tech. Like, y'all need to go for it's funny for me right now. Like, people are flexing. I work out as a product manager at Walmart. Like, no, these are the companies because like they're so frugal how they spend. you know, not the grandkids that freaking inherited the cash from Sam Walton, but like they're so frugal with how they spend, and then now they see like, oh my gosh, like we need to innovate, you know. They're the ones that I have so many success stories on the offers channel where they ended up getting all these they ended up getting these big 200 300K offers because, you know, if you have an honest conversation with them like, okay, you guys are 30 years behind the market. This is legitimately a lot more work. I would have to digitize. Gosh, I could hire a whole product manager just to bring your whole Manila Volter storage into like freaking a cloud document system, right? And they're like, okay, we had no idea it was going to be that. Like we've been putting it off for years, but we really feel like we need this person called a product manager on our team right now. They're the ones where you actually guys put like cash. And I think the other pushback that I also get is like a lot of times like you guys can actually make referrals. Like I just told you guys right now about the ed posting. Like if you guys actually need an additional headcount, obviously access their revenue model. A lot of times they're like, well, why didn't you just tell us you need another person? So this is also another reason why it's so important. Like for us, we always just as a business we do utilize product management every single day here at Product Gym. It's like let's list out all the blockers, whatever triggers you guys are having. Is like this is just so much work, Rich. Well, have you asked them if they could help you bring on an APM? Okay, now we can hire two people from the freaking program, right? Like if you guys like there's there's no reason. Like for me, I was pissed off for like a long time. I was like, oh, I gotta do all these calls until like it's like, yo, Rich, one of my team members was like, I mean, you're the boss, man. If you want to push the freaking coaching call back an hour, I don't think anybody's gonna say no. And I was like, you're right. But like sometimes like we're just so in the process that we don't see like actually there's a very easy solution. And all of you guys are on this call right now too. A lot of people from the West Coast saying 6 p.m. actually works out better for me because 5 p.m. was like a little bit of a stretch. Right. So hit all these roles up. If you guys have associate product manager for roofing, okay. When the CEO is posting, that's always a great sign because you're talking to the direct decision maker, right? And get used to talking to CEOs in this market. Like for Ed, it was just like, all right, like, oh, but our CEO, I'll talk to the CEO. Build up these muscles because like you guys should be going in there getting ready to negotiate for yourselves. Senior product manager. Oh, here's another thing. If they have a call link that says book a call, okay. This is for my man Arnold right there. I know a lot of people are urgent. If they say book a call, book a call. The fastest way to get an interview, get a call for these guys is to book a call. Hey, I want to interview with you guys. And these are just other proven strategies where people are just going to be like, listen, if this is why like people troll me. They're like, oh man, like, he's doing so much about like manifestation content. Like, you have to be confident in yourself. You have to be confident in yourself. For a long time, I was like, yo, like, if we gave all this out, like, people wouldn't buy into the program, because they could just see all this shit. And then we went the reverse route and then we ended up making more money, right? Like, if you're confident that I'm helping you, I'm not here to try to take a job. Get out of that mindset. I'm here to help your team. Everybody should be, I know a lot of people right now that's like they needed a job like it was last night. I know some of you are like, I can take a little bit longer time. That's totally fine too. I can work with whichever timeline. But for some of us that are like, I'm urgent, I need to land the role. I need help right now. I need to start working. I need money coming in. You know how many of these people that I saw this book a call link and you guys are not booking calls? I know some of you may not have been working for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. Book a call. You know, it's like, oh, why? And we can role play the scenario out. It's like, oh, did you book a call with me today to interview with me? That's exactly what I did because the fact that you had to post up this job 1 hour ago, which was 10:06 Eastern time, tells me exactly just how much your team needs me. 100%. 100%, 100%. you know? Uh, okay, Box out there in Redwood, governance. These are just some of the roles, like join our team as a product manager, con service, utilities expert. This sounds very blue collar, but get it. Just know that the advertised price is not always the price. Okay, Hershey cup. Oh man, come on. Everybody loves Hershey's. Who doesn't like chocolate? Even the people that are allergic to chocolate, they take a risk, right? We're hiring for a product manager. Let me see here. Okay. This is always a good sign. This is an urgent role. Listen, the market right now is bleeding. If somebody had to send a Slack message to somebody on the design team to whip up a graphic, I mean, come on, right? Who doesn't want to work at Microsoft right now, yo? Light them up. Lloyd posted this thing 3 hours ago. Light it up. You have all these people that are like, I'm interested. Look at all these open to work mother. This is your competition right now. Yo, the best product managers are on this call right now, legit, right? These are your competitions. You guys are going to ultimately outcompete them all. Um, okay, so you have like all these people. 9-2 I already talked about already. Uh, okay, Tesla. One of the things that I hear right now is like um, some of you may not have a hardware background, but reach out, follow up. Mhm. You know, I need to find this freaking screenshot, but during COVID, somebody actually sent out a direct message to Elon at like 1:30 in the morning, and they got a response back on Elon's LinkedIn. That was freaking crazy. I milked the shit out of that thing that week. And I was like, see, this works, you know. Tell that guy to get on a call with me. But yeah, um, he was like, "Yeah, I'd really love to go out there and work there, but I don't feel like I have all the qualifications. But I'm a big fan of yours, right?" And it was a legit guy that was like the biggest like Elon fanboy ever. And the guy was like, "The most important thing is your willingness to try." That was all he said. He didn't respond after that. But hey, you never know. So you're just increasing your reps. Okay, Summit K-12. Education right now is killing it, fam. Education is killing it. Especially now that the Department of It, oh man, I'm so looking forward for Department of Education to get freaking completely annihilated. That's going to be such a good thing for this business. Okay, and then we have Grapevine, Texas. Okay, I don't know about this one, but only Christian conservative wireless provider. So we got any So if you guys are a Christian conservative, by all means hit up Daniel McCorkle, Patriot Mobile. I could I already know who he voted for president. Patriot Mobile. The only reason why he would put out his email like that is he knows most people wouldn't hit him up. But that's good, right? That's like less competition. So, um, okay, and then you got like Blackhawk Network. Sounds like their number one competitor is Patriot Mobile. So, like the jobs are out there. I'm gonna grab a quick water break because I've been talking nonstop since I woke up today at like 7:30. It's 11:30. It's 11 for me right now. If you guys have roles, go ahead and bag them in. I'll stay on with you guys for a little bit just to go out there and like help you guys craft some messages or like source out for people. If you guys want to dip, please go out there and dip. But like I stand in solidarity with you guys. Um, it feels like I'm every time I post up something about cybersecurity or tech sales, I always get a few DMs like, "Are you, yo, man? I'm trying to get shit rich too, dude. I can't be like, I mean, yeah. What do you want me to do? Can't be eating freaking instant noodles forever." Not like I'm eating instant noodles every day now, but anyways, yeah, I'll be back in like, let me see here. I'm gonna bag up. Yes, hit them. That's also the other thing too. I'm gonna share with you guys one more quick tip, and how I know people are not applying as aggressively is that when you guys are hitting on these roles, okay, like you guys have, if you guys want to purchase LinkedIn Premium, it's there, like Nick Gottby, right? It says that's the hiring team. Uh uh, and it has them like right here, you know, they're posting because they know a lot of people don't have LinkedIn Premium. Like it's there, you know. So oh, hang on. That's LinkedIn. You guys should all hit LinkedIn. Come on. I need come on, guys. I need a LinkedIn testimonial to flex here. Come on. Help me out. Okay. Manifest, manifest, manifest. Manifest the whole thing going down. I want us right now. I'm not even joking. Right now, I want us to message some people. I want somebody to be like, "Yo, Rich," they message back. I want to do a live chat right now. Okay, let's get it. You guys wanted a job, right? Yeah. Now we're about to find out. Scrape up the rolls. I'll be back in a hot second. Pratika and Abel, if you guys can get me that DocuSign back, that would be Gucci Gucci Goo. And then Abel, if you want to send me a direct message about whatever it is that you want to talk about, like please go ahead and do that. Um, Yo, let's get it. All right. What do you guys got for me?
I think if you can share some of the messages,
Okay,
that
well,
would be good for comments.
well, give
Yeah,
me
Richard.
give me some references because it's not a one size fits
Oh,
all. You guys never used Tinder before? You guys one of those bros that shot out 70 messages that was the same. Give
The
me
role that I
yeah.
it's Justin. Hey, the role that I shared, I reached out to the person who was listed as the recruiter,
Uh-huh.
and that was my last direct message for the month.
Got
Um,
it.
yeah,
Got it. Give me a second here. Okay. So let's hit this. Hang on. Is this the role? Fanatics?
yep, yeah,
Okay. So senior product manager platform. This is the Michael Rubin company, right?
yeah.
That guy's in Tokyo right now having a great time with the Dodgers. Okay. All right. So let's go to LinkedIn. Yeah, man. Let me see here. Okay. This guy's freaking hilarious. He's like, Rich, he's like, I would like referral to PM roles. Are you still online? Need your guidance? Hello, are you there? Hey, I've been wanting to, like, yo, dude, get in line. What are you, the center of my universe? Get the hell out of here, man. It's like, no, like, how are you doing? Hey, man, big fan. I need a job. I've been waiting to talk to you. Are you there? It's like, no, I'm not there. All right, Fanatics, let's get it. All right, so the first thing that you want to go ahead and do is you want to go to the 10,000 employees, and we got to go ahead and narrow it down. So location-wise, let's go out there and hit US, and let's go to show results. And then we basically have all these people, right? So let's actually go out there and actually hit this. You want to take all filters out. Everybody's seeing my LinkedIn screen, right? Okay. So things that we look for is, okay, senior product manager and platform. This one right here is very important. Because like you'll see like senior product manager growth or like feed or like whatever the hell, right? It just kind of shows like the specialization. So I'll take this and then let's go ahead and take a look at product. And I'll just narrow down the search, just see how many product managers there are. Okay, product line manager, product. Okay, so there's still 37 pages. That's still a lot of people for us to sort through. So I'm gonna go here and say product and platform. Okay, so let's take a little shot. So we have Fanatics, global product leader. Okay, VP of product management platform. So this is exactly what we did to go out there and find this person. So in the previous video where I basically had this, I'm just going to click open this guy here for a second. Right. You basically had Skip, but they had like okay, product manager search or for senior product manager e-commerce. The reason why we booked all three of these interviews is because we look for on Instagram, product manager and search. Okay, for Foot Locker, it was product manager, product and e-commerce. And we don't use for this, we don't use as our search panel, our search query, we use product and whatever it is that the title is. So I'm happy to do the Uber one in a second or the LinkedIn one. And it has like, I think it said something like feed relevance, right? I would take a look at product and feed. I'm going to do this one next, see if we can find it. 90% of the time you'll find it, sometimes you actually won't. So with him, what do we do with him? Well, first things first is before I even go out there and send out the message, here's a standard operating procedure that I would recommend for basically everybody to get real volume and momentum off of the situation is you want to source out as many roles as possible from LinkedIn, from like, Justin, like this role, try to get up to like, I would say 30 positions that you guys are really excited about when you guys are doing LinkedIn messages, because chances are you guys have to be excited to do this, right? You know, in America, we're not wired to be that unhappy. You guys have to feel like, oh shoot, if you guys custom search everybody and crafted up a message, you guys would never achieve momentum. You guys want to get momentum, which is like you want to get 30 of these bad boys out. So this is a role that you guys are actually pumped up about. But if you take this and it's just like that amount of brain energy you guys have to use, does this send out one message is too much? You guys want to actually have these tabs like him all ready to go, about 10 of them going across the screen. So you guys can hit one after another, after another, after another, after another. This is something that AI is not going to be able to replace actually in the near future. So with like AI tools like AI Apply or like Massive, they're only just going to hit the job boards, but they're hitting it at a greater scale, which gets you through, but you still have to make contact with them. Having all things said and done, the first thing I'm going to take a look at when I'm crafting a message is, do I have any mutual connections? For this, I'm going to take a look at these people here. I mean, like I have a mutual connection that but they're not at Fanatics. You want to see if you actually have anybody that works there with them. The next thing that I'll actually take a look at is their experience prior to this, right? So like if I went to a similar school, even if like, hey, like I went to Stanford, you went to UC Berkeley, anything that's going to make up as part of that message, because you want to create some like rapport tips. And then other thing here is like take a look at like other companies that they worked at and actually see if they have like some kind of pattern. So I'm guessing this guy here, like LVMH, French company, Capgemini is a French company. This guy somewhat, I think that's a French name, right? So if you guys have like any type of the Korean to Korean conversion rate is huge. It's freaking huge. So like if you guys can play the race card, play the race card. People help each other out. So the next thing here is, all right, I'm gonna connect and I'm gonna add a note. And then I'm gonna take a look at, hey, like, hey, Amini, I always, this is just a habit. If you guys want to use, I always try to create something a little bit more custom. And I start off always by that person's name. People like how to win friends and influence people. People like you more when they call you out by their name. Hey, Amini, big fan of Fanatics. Always want to talk about like, because it's like you got to be a fan of the company, right? Big fan of Fanatics. And I am reaching out for the product manager, or if you want to be a little bit more formal, the product manager platform opening. Now, this is actually where you got to look out a little further for the job description. So we're seeking an experienced senior product manager to lead our platform team, focusing on critical horizontal services that power our marketplaces and supply chain management. You will drive the execution, strategy and execution of foundational services and user experiences, such as user profiles, user wallets, user checkout UX, fulfillment UX, and seller tools. Now, here's a few ways you can go about it. Immediately, when you're looking about the role, you have to go ahead and actually ask yourself, do I have this experience? Yes or no? Or how much of this experience do I have? Now I'm going to turn it back over to Justin. Justin, how much of this can you actually talk to?
So you know my background, Rich. I came from UX.
100%, right? I wanted everybody here too. Okay. Are you a fan of sports?
Absolutely.
Okay. What, what sports and what teams are you a fan of?
Uh, Clippers, Angels, Chargers, all
Got
my
it.
LA. But they did actually ask in the in the application. One they had a very specific question in there that was, "Are you a collector?"
Are you a collector?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I would actually go ahead and actually focus on adding as many of these buzzwords in. So I'll take this. And the
Yeah.
next thing here is I would go here and freaking LinkedIn, man, I swear to God. Obviously, that's too much, right? But the things that I really want to have in my key, because we only have 300 characters, is I would like to include just role. His job sounds like a gig. Okay. Senior for the senior product manager platform role. The next thing I want to go out there and do here is okay, so we talk about supply chain management, marketplaces, checkout UX, fulfillment UX, and then seller tools. Okay. In my previous role, I led the team. I spearheaded. In my previous role. Okay. And I'll use some of this to drive the strategy to okay. And then which one of these guys you want to go out there and plug in there? So we want to have something that's either marketplaces, auction, supply management, user experience, user profiles, user wallets, checkout UX, fulfillment UX, or seller tools. Which one of these do you want to put in there?
Oh, let's go. Marketplaces and platform UX.
Talk to me.
Oh, sorry. I said marketplaces and platform UX.
Okay. Okay. So we're thinking so marketplaces and then platform UX. Okay. Did you have a portfolio that you wanted to add in there?
Um, yeah, I'll put the link in. Yeah.
Okay. So spearheaded the effort in my previous role to drive the strategy or the effort in platform UX. Okay. Now find me to be one of the few product managers that come from a UX. You were a UX designer, right?
Yep.
Okay, UX design background. And I'm okay. So that's a little bit too much. So you're one of the few people. PMs that come from a UX design background and okay, and a sports collector. Right. So now I don't recommend y'all doing this for you guys should spend some time mass applying. And obviously, you guys want to take some interviews for the sake of taking interviews and practicing. But I wouldn't recommend that you guys go through this level of effort. But you guys actually do get faster at actually doing this. And I think also like um, the more customized your messages are, like the more customized your messages are, like it actually has a better conversion rate. So the thing is like you don't want to, so it's a combination between like art and skill right here. Number one is those getting those apps up, but like having multiple, like spending that time, that beginning part of your day, having like some, like I think about 25, 30 roles that you're excited to go out there and apply to. Because if you feel like you just have to go out there and just like brute force punishment your way through this, it's too soul crushing for you. You're not going to last beyond like 4 or 5 days. Like what I did to launch Product Gym 8 years ago, I don't got the I don't got the cardio to do that shit now. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, So like you gotta like account for like the motivational aspect of the game as well. Like what I did, like I was able to go out there and operate like on 5 hours of sleep, just running on pure adrenaline. But like I don't think I could actually do it now. I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. But having said that, though, like the more excited you are about hitting these jobs up, and it's all about like, now you guys are excited to go out there and like follow up, right? You guys want to do it like that much more. But you guys got to scrape and source that huge stack first, because if I told you guys to source up 50 jobs, the thing is, you only really 80/20 is always constant. So there's only really about like, 5 to 10 jobs that you're really pumped up about. If I told you guys to source up 50 jobs. So source up as much as possible. So I found that like, just take a look at this right here. The time when people were like, oh, there's no jobs, it's like, is there really no jobs? Like, come on, there are jobs, right? Our people aren't taking jobs at like the wildest, like the shittiest companies either. Like they're taking jobs at like name brand. Like you guys see Amazon's, this is why I always say like the manifestation part of knowing your worth is so important. You guys see Amazon doing layoffs, but Shirvani's getting an Amazon product manager job. This is why I live stream all the stuff that I do. If you're bringing in real quality, you don't have to be afraid of anybody, because good help is hard to find. It really is. I've been looking for like a YouTube editor for months, man. There's just so much crap talent out there. It's true. So like, I don't know if you guys took away from the Dennis webinar that I did with them, was you guys are also like, I think manifesting in the process, you guys are getting an interview from this. Like you have to tell yourself, like, I'm talking to Amini, I'm talking to Amini, I'm talking to Amini, right? You're doing like, you guys actually have to put yourself in that state. Athletes who can get injured on the job because they're playing a competitive sport, all the top level athletes, they spend hours visualizing, but they have like, these $20,000 to $50,000 manifestation coaches they visualize the ball is going to be right there. You always hear them talk about it. Like the ball is like right there, right? Think about how many directions in any sport a ball can go. Like they visualize it. Like I manifested if I did
Is he frozen for everyone, or is it just my internet?
No, it's
it's
frozen.
Okay.
How do you guys end the message? Do you add like some kind of call to action at the end, asking for something?
This is new for me. I've been with Product Gym for almost 5 years, and so this my recent search, the LinkedIn reach outs is all new. So
Mhm.
that's why I'm asking these questions. We didn't do this before. This was not part of the strategy. So is there anyone else who's been around and doing the messaging?
I haven't been doing it as much, but the messages I do, I ended with would love to set up some time to chat this week, and then I add the link for my Calendly, and then hope that
Oh,
they
where
pick a time.
has that been
Okay.
happening? Paul?
Yeah, same. That I just add if you would like to connect for 15 minutes quick chat or something.
For those of you that have been including the Calendly link, are people utilizing that?
Not really.
So far, when I do my reach out, I just give them my few sentences pitch that's relevant for their particular role. And they'll either respond with, we're looking for someone else, or yeah, book some time, and they usually shoot me like a Calendly link. But be very interested to hear if anyone is having success including their own Calendly link in there.
Are you sending in-mail messages, or these are connection requests with a note?
They're in-mail messages. I haven't hit my limit yet. I've only been applying at volume the past couple weeks. And I don't send that message to all the jobs because I know we do have that
Yeah,
monthly limit. So I send it to the ones that I'm particularly interested in or that I think I am very relevant for.
got it. Same.
Yeah. I don't have a calendar yet, so is it a good idea to just give her my email and my phone number instead?
Well, for me, the way I view it is if we're reaching out on LinkedIn messaging, like that is going to be like the back and forth avenue for communication. It's going to be the channel we'll use. So I don't think you need to be putting in any personal information in there.
Okay.
But you got to remember, you're reaching out to, business professionals, so they have their own tools on their end that they like to use for business. So they'll drop their own either Zoom or Calendly or whatever links in there. Anybody using any of the services that do applying for you on your behalf?
I
No.
use Simplify. That's been helping out a lot, especially if it's a Workday application.
Anybody using anything else? No.
No.
I've used Simplify too, and I've talked to a couple other people that use it, and sometimes it's a little glitchy, but sometimes it's pretty helpful. I'm going to test out Massive. And that's one of the ones that does the applications for you.
Yeah, keep us posted how you like it.
Yeah.
All right, folks, I probably gotta drop off and go cook dinner. But best of luck to everyone. Let's
You
get those
too.
jobs.
Hey, is anybody still on the call that's East Coast or maybe even Boston?
I'm in Cleveland.
Cool. I'm East Coast, and I don't know if you're working, but if you ever want to connect and do like application sessions or anything like that, just hit me up.
That sounds good. Do we just swap on Circle? Is that how most people connect?
I find it easier to use LinkedIn messaging, to be honest. Circle is weird because they're like static individual posts. They're not like a conversation.
Got it. Yeah, drop your LinkedIn in the chat and I'll send you a connection.
Yeah, everybody can connect on here too. All right, I'm gonna drop. Good luck, y'all.
Bye, everybody.